Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into the transformative and profound narratives of the Holy Scriptures. Today, we explore a compelling topic deeply ingrained within the wisdom of the Bible: 7 sins God hates. As we unfold the teachings of Proverbs, which guide us towards a path of righteousness, this episode will illuminate the pernicious attitudes that can sever our bond with the Creator. Join us as we dissect the timeless wisdom imparted by King Solomon and understand how these teachings can resonate and reform our lives today. This episode is crucial for anyone seeking spiritual growth and willing to refine their moral compass. The book of Proverbs doesn't just offer wisdom, it provides a clear blueprint of the behaviors God despises and the path we should tread carefully. As we delve into Proverbs chapter 6, we find a poignant list described succinctly. Pride is not just a sinful attribute, it is often considered the root of all other sins. Proverbs 16:18 warns that pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. This sin is particularly deceptive among believers who, under the guise of religious fervor, assume a posture of superiority over others. This arrogance is akin to that of the Pharisee in Luke 18:10-14, who, confident in his own righteousness, scorned the humble tax collector. However, true faith calls for humility, recognizing that without God's grace, we are nothing. The Scripture sharply corrects this with a reminder that those who elevate themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be elevated. This teaches us the danger of pride, leading not only to personal downfall but also estranging us from the divine grace that fosters unity and love among Christians. Honesty is a foundational principle of Christian ethics. Jesus' condemnation of lies, as recorded in John 8:44, where he labels the devil as the father of lies, underscores the severity of deviating from truth. For a Christian, embracing truth in all aspects of life aligns with living in the light of Christ, who is the way, the truth, and the life. Lies, whether white, gray, or of any other shade, compromise our integrity and witness as followers of Christ. They not only mislead others, but also distance us from God's presence, as He embodies pure truth. Thus, Christians are impelled to eschew falsehood, to live transparently, and to uphold truth even when it is costly. This sin, traditionally understood as physical murder, also includes subtler forms of violence such as character assassination through gossip or nurturing hatred. Jesus broadened the definition of murder to include unjust anger towards others in Matthew 5:21-22, equating intense anger with the act of murder itself, thus intensifying the need for emotional self-control among believers. The sanctity of life, a divine gift, mandates Christians not only to refrain from physical violence but also to address the anger and bitterness that dwell within. Such emotions can spiritually murder relationships and communities, thereby necessitating their complete removal from Christian conduct. The heart is often depicted as the wellspring of life within the Scriptures, where Proverbs 4:23 advises to guard it with all diligence. A heart that concocts evil schemes is in direct opposition to the nature of God, who plans peace and well-being for humanity. Solomon's counsel to focus on whatever is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, and admirable, Philippians 4:8, acts as a preventive against harboring malicious intents. Christians are therefore urged to cultivate a heart that mirrors the heart of Christ, compassionate, righteous, and filled with love, eschewing any form of deceit or malevolence. Proverbs 14:12 warns, "There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death." This proverb highlights the danger of impulsive and unethical decision-making, where individuals are quick to commit injustices without pondering the spiritual deaths such actions lead to. The metaphor of feet that rush into evil stresses the habitual nature of such sins, where individuals habitually indulge in wrongdoing with little consideration for moral integrity or divine statutes. The Scripture implores believers to contemplate their paths and align their steps with the teachings of Jesus, ensuring that their walk fosters life rather than destruction. Bearing false witness corrupts the legal and communal systems set in place to uphold justice and truth. This sin is particularly detestable as it involves directly lying about another, potentially causing irreversible damage to one's reputation and life. Within the community of faith, this act not only violates the ninth commandment but also sows discord and mistrust among members, which can fracture the church's unity. Christians are therefore called to speak truth always, reflecting God's honesty and integrity, and to discourage any form of dishonesty or slander within their communities. Discord within a community is cited in Proverbs 6:19 as an abomination to the Lord. This sin typically stems from selfish desires or grievances that prompt individuals to cause rifts within groups, whether through direct confrontations or by manipulating others subtly. Such behavior not only disrupts the peace and unity Christ desires for His church, but also weakens the church's collective witness to the world. Followers of Christ are thus exhorted to be peacemakers, actively seeking reconciliation and unity in all their relationships and encouraging others to do the same in accordance with Matthew 5:9. These 7 detestable sins outlined in Proverbs chapter 6 serve as a solemn warning against the dangers of moral corruption. They remind us to introspect, realign our actions with biblical teachings, and foster a closer, more authentic relationship with God. As we conclude, reflect on your life and consider areas where these sins might be manifesting. How can you actively combat these behaviors and grow spiritually? Engage with us in the comments below, share your experiences and insights, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enriching biblical content. Invite friends and family to join this conversation, and together, let's spread the light of God's wisdom. Thank you for watching, and may you walk in the path of righteousness, guided by the profound wisdom of the Scriptures. God bless.